Hi, my name is Nandini Vaidyanathan. This is the first time I've been asked to introduce my name followed by my age. I'm 64 years old and I'm a corporate professional and an entrepreneur. So about 20 years in the corporate sector, the last 15 years as an entrepreneur, teacher. I teach across the world. I teach entrepreneurship in Princeton, Stanford, London School of Economics. And I have a home with 2 dogs and a French partner. I balance all of this by keeping fit, not looking my age. I am not anti-aging. I have to say this, okay? I just saw a very beautiful quote on Insta by Jamie Lee Curtis. She said, I don't want to use the word anti-aging because I am pro-aging. I don't want to hide my age, but I want to age gracefully, I want to age healthily, I want to age beautifully, so that I become the brand ambassador for aging. And that's exactly what I want to be. So 2012, I think, is when I was introduced to Pilates by Aditi. I have always been into fitness. And because my corporate job entailed that I travel 250 to 300 days a year, I made sure I ran, because wherever you are traveling, whichever hotel you are in, the easiest thing to do to keep fit is run. So I always ran, and I've always been into strength training. So been a heavy duty gymmer, but I think somewhere from 2009 to the time I met Aditi in 2012, menopause happened. And the run up to menopause was very difficult. I was on heavy duty steroids. So no amount of exercising was kind of making me feel as nimble-footed as I used to feel, I didn't stop running, I didn't stop gymming, I didn't stop my routine at all. But it wasn't the same, and I wasn't seeing the outcome, the effect on my body. And it was around that time, I don't know how I met Aditi. The only thing I know is Aditi's clinic was very close to my house. So probably I just ran into her, or maybe just walked into the clinic to say hello to her, and then I knew about Pilates, of course. And at that time, because of menopause, I felt with all these years of gymming, one of the things I had lost, and probably with age as well, was the flexibility. Mobility was never an issue because I trek, I climb, I do rock climbing. So mobility is not an issue at all. But flexibility, I thought I could use a lot more. And more importantly, stability. I wanted to be very sure that, I would continue to be stable as I was in my younger days. And I wanted to make sure none of these 3 key elements of fitness, which is mobility, flexibility, and stability, would be compromised by my age. To me, that is the definition of fitness. To me, that is the definition of good health, that I'm able to do all of these things without struggling or without the aid of medication. I'm one of those who hates taking any kind of medication. I don't even take protein, for that matter. So I leave everything as natural as I can get. And you can see I don't even do makeup. So that's as natural as it can get, right? So that time, Aditi said that maybe I should start Pilates. I wasn't sure because, like I said, menopause time, body wasn't really behaving the way I wanted it to behave. But I started with her. I signed up, I think, for a 3-month course to begin with, probably. And I said, let me give it a shot and see if that's going to make me feel emotionally better. I wasn't so much banking on Pilates making me physically better, but I thought emotionally and intellectually I feel a lot better. I love my body a little more than I currently do because of menopause. And Aditi is very charming. She was very young. Now she talks more than I do. But at that time, she was very quiet and she was very prim and proper and very professional. But I think we managed to strike a beautiful personal note. And my daughter actually always says that Aditi is my first daughter. I've always had that kind of a soft corner for her. So I think that personal equation helped break down a number of barriers as well. She was very patient with me. She took me through the various moves of Pilates, the things I should do, the things I found difficult to do, the things I struggled with that I just couldn't do. She was patient all the while, and after 3 months it was a no-brainer that I would continue with Pilates. And I think I worked with Aditi for close to a year, and at the end of the year I think I said, okay, now I'm ready to combine gymming, strength training, all of that with it. And I do think Pilates helped me get the most out of my strength training as well, because now I was more flexible. And see, one of the things I've always taken pride in is whether I'm running or gymming, I've never injured myself. I'm very careful. I do everything proper protocol, proper process. Always taken a lot of pride in that. And I think Pilates, because it gave me a lot more stability and a lot more flexibility, gave me a lot more confidence to try out newer things in the gym. So now I have gotten into, as you can see, I've set up a gym at home. Now there is a gentleman yoga trainer who comes home to teach us yoga twice a week. We do kickboxing, big into kickboxing now, kicking and punching. We do TRX, we do a lot of floor Pilates, we do ball Pilates, we do a lot of core exercises using the ball. Have a bench, of course, and I have weights, and I have resistance bands. I have a pull-up bar there. So we do all of that. So now we do not any one particular form of exercise. Every day we combine different elements, and I think I've benefited from that. See, my focus has never been, my obsession has never been losing weight. My focus and obsession have been that I should be healthy as in no sickness, and I should be flexible, mobile, and stable. Those have been my, what should I say, anthem of fitness, if that's the word. And this is my favorite quote, of course. You can't get the kind of ass you want by simply sitting on it. And I think it's very true as you grow older, because it's a matter of age that you will lose muscle mass. And with losing muscle mass, you're also opening yourself to a whole lot of other kinds of vulnerabilities. I don't want to be vulnerable. I want to die with dumbbells in my hand or a barbell in my hand. I'm very clear about that. Human brain is wired in such a way that if there is something you want badly, your brain knows to accommodate time for it. I'm very sure about it. I have traveled all my life, my professional life. I have traveled 250 to 300 days. I have worked 16-hour days. I've had no weekends. I had a young child. I've been practically a single mother all my life. Okay, I had a house to run. I was heading corporations, multinational corporations in different countries. I've had a punishing schedule. I'll give you a small example. In the good old days when you didn't have WhatsApp calls or internet calls, I used to do international call to my daughter living in India, and I was outside, and I used to do homework with her on an ISD call. Now you may laugh and say, how stupid. Why would you spend so much money? It wasn't about spending, it was about making the best use of what you had, what was available. But did I want to give up my career? 100% no. Did I want to leave my daughter to remain stupid and have nobody to help her with the homework? The answer is a definite no. So how do I make everything work? And how do I do it? It's not because I'm a superwoman. You do it because the moment you understand that these are elements in your life, and they are priority elements in your life, and you're not going to do one at the cost of another, then your brain knows to accommodate time, accommodate space for all of it. So, to answer your question very simply, if people tell you that with their professional commitments they are not able to take time out to work out, it just means they don't care enough for themselves, for their bodies, that's all. You know, in the gym that I used to go to, I used to love one particular poster. They had plenty of very nice posters, but this one has stayed with me. It said, take care of your body because that's the only home you have. I'll tell you where Aditi is different. Okay. My pet peeve with all gym trainers is that they're all guys. And they're all used to training guys. They don't know a woman's body. So they don't understand the requirement of fitness of a woman's body. I'm very sure about it. Today I don't go to any trainer because I think I have cracked it. I have understood what my body needs. I don't need somebody else to tell me. Okay. That's what Aditi brought to the table. Being a woman herself, and I think being an empathic woman herself, what she brought to the table was not, what do you mean, you can't lift 9 kg, or you can't lift 15 kg, or you can't do this, or you can't do that. No, never. As a woman, what am I capable of? And what does my body as a woman need? And what does my body as a menopausing woman need? More important, unless you customize it for me, okay, a trainer is useless. You understand that? That to me is what Aditi brought to the table, and I think staying with her for a year and going through these routines, I understood my body better. I learned to look for signs from my body, and I think a lot of those things to me are very, very important. Okay, my idea of a fitness is not that I just need to tick box it. You know, it's just one more thing in my day that I need to do. No, not at all. I'm as serious about it as raising my child, as, you know, giving my best performance professionally. I'm as serious about it. Okay. So there is no half-hearted approach to this. There is no lackadaisical approach to this. And at that particular time, see, before and after maybe, I would have eventually figured it all out. But that was a difficult phase for me because of menopause. And Aditi was an absolute angel coming into my life at that time because in many ways, you know, she bridged my past, my present and my future. And kind of, I always keep, and it was around this time when I started working with Aditi that I also started trekking. Okay, 2012 was my first trek to Kailash. Okay, first ever trek. I'd never done trekking in my life. And now I do almost 2 major mountains a year and at least 8 to 10 treks a year, smaller treks a year. I'm able to do all of that, I think, because of the confidence I got from her. Okay, let me tell you this. I'm a very evolved, woke exercise person. I don't need somebody to tell me what, how, when, where. Okay, but at that phase of my life, when my confidence was undermined, you have hot flushes, you are bleeding like one slaughtered pig most of the time, you have cramps, you are crabby, and yet professionally there is nothing that you can't deliver. You have to continue. Life has to continue, right? Amidst all of this, I think she kind of was my anchor. And if one day I felt miserable, I could go to her and say, Aditi, I'm not feeling good today. I can't do this, or I will do this, or kick my ass and make me do this. You know, I had that freedom with her, which I would never have with a guy trainer. And if I went and said these things to a gym trainer, oh my God, I think it would be absolutely catastrophic. Okay, that I think is the difference between Aditi and other trainers. Get off your asses first, okay? Fitness should come to your life as naturally as breathing in and breathing out. There is no question of dekha jayega. Let me see. Absolutely not. Just the way you breathe, just the way you plan your meals, just the way, you know, you work professionally, fitness has to become a part of your lifestyle, an integral part of your lifestyle. And and non-negotiable part of your lifestyle. If that doesn't happen, one day you're going to pay a heavy price for it.